All right, so happy Monday. Today's lesson is over horizontal and vertical lines. Now, we've written equations for horizontal and vertical lines several times. So remember that a horizontal line has an equation y equals a number. There's no x involved there because this means that y is always this number regardless of what x is. Okay, so if I look at this equation right here, I count 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the equation y equals 4. Doesn't matter what x is, y is always 4. When I look at this equation right here, this is the equation. This is right on the x-axis. So y is 0. So this is the equation y equals 0. So if we were to pick 2 points from this line right here, this is the coordinate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4. And this is the coordinate negative 3, 4. What do they share? Well, they have the same y, right? They have the same y value. That's why the equation is y equals 4. Now let's talk about a vertical line. Let me draw a vertical line here on right here. If I were to put a vertical line right through these 2 points, and I were to look at the point here and here, let's see, this is the ordered pair 1, 2, negative 3. And this is the ordered pair 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I write down these 2 points, 2, 4, and 2, negative 3, what do they have in common? They have the same x, which means that the equation is x equals 2. Over here, you remember that they had the same y. Okay, same y value. All right, so equations of horizontal lines and vertical lines are so simple that people often get confused. I'd say that they're the most commonly missed questions. So which of the following equations represent a vertical line that passes through the point 5, negative 3? So let's talk about vertical lines. Remember that a vertical line is the equation x equals, and if it's passing through the point 5, negative 3, that means that it's got to be vertical through the x value, through the 5, right? So the only equation that is x equals 5 is right there. These are slope equations, so these are going to have, this one has a slope of 5. This graph right here has a slope of negative 3, and this one is a horizontal line. All right, so it's important to be able to quickly and accurately graph vertical and horizontal lines. So we're going to look at, I'm going to try to color them in so you can see them. So I have a vertical line right here. So remember, vertical lines are x equals, and x equals 1, 2, 3. When I look at this line right here, this is another, whoops, that wasn't very good. This is another vertical line, and this is the point negative 1, 2, 3, 4. X equals negative 4. When I look at this line, right here, it's not really on any exact number, but we're going to say it's 1/3. It's 1/3 of the way. X equals 1/3. I'm guesstimating on that one. Okay. Here we have another x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I'm right on the y-axis. X is 0 when that happens. And again, there's another one that's right on the y-axis. X is 0. So sketch the region bounded by 3 lines. So we're going to graph these 3 lines. So I'm going to start with this one. Remember that I begin at -4. And then I have a slope of 2. And I write it as 2 over 1. So my first point is at -4 on the y-axis, right here. Then I have a slope of up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Okay. Now I'm going to graph this line right here, y equals -1. Remember, y equals -1 is a vertical line. So I'm going to find where -1 is on the x-axis. And I'm going to draw x equals -1. I think I said y equals. I'm sorry. X equals -1. My last equation is y equals 2. So I'm going to go to my y-axis, 1, 2, and I'm going to graph the equation y equals 2. And I have a triangle here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but these lines border, like when they intersect, they make a triangle. Okay. So you can actually use lines and equations to create geometric shapes. So here's a question. Could you figure out the area of the triangle if you know that the area of the triangle is the base times the height divided by 2? Well, let's look at that. The base and the height form a right angle. So the base measure is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. And the height measure is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. So the area of this triangle equals 4 times 8 divided by 2. So 4 times 8 is 32 divided by 2 is 16. So this would be 16 units squared. Very cool. All right. So this is where you're starting for your assignment. So I don't think the copies are great. So I'm going to show you what the lines are that you're writing equations for. You're writing equations for that. This line right here. Whoa. You're writing the equation for this line. Remember, vertical lines are x equals. I'm going to change that. For this line, you're going to write the equation for right here, this line. So I'm changing it. I hope you're paying attention. I'm changing it, and I want you to write the equation for this line. Okay? So you have 4 equations that you're going to write. And then you're going to write the equations to the vertical line that passes through the point. Oh my gosh, it says embed equation. So vertical line that passes through the point 3, 2. Vertical line that passes through the point 4, 7. You don't know how to do parallel and perpendicular. We're going to learn that tomorrow. More homework. So you are going to graph these lines, graph these equations, label them A, B, and C. And then tell me, is it horizontal? Is it vertical? That's what it's asking you for the type, or is it slanted? Okay. Here you're going to graph a rectangle and you're going to find the area. Remember that the area of a rectangle is the length times the width. And then you're going to write an equation for the 2 lines that create this triangle. So there's one line. There's your next line. Sorry about that wiggle in there. And then here is your last line. Remember that the area of a triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. So you just want to count how many units go this way and count how many units go this way. Okay? And then that is it. And I will be back tomorrow.